What is up, everybody? Welcome to the feast on a Friday night. I am Delthius. How's it going, guys? And hang on. I have a special treat for you ladies and gentlemen tonight. Give me 1 second here. Oh, Strawberry. How's it going, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Do you hear me?
I do hear you. Welcome. How's it going, man?
Going very, very well. How about yourself?
Yeah, I can't complain. Yeah, so last minute, man, I got Strawberry to hop on here and cast with me. I just sent you those replays. Probably need a second to get them ready to go.
I do have them. Give me just a second. I will get them extracted out of the folder of compression and into the replay folder.
Right on. So hopefully you guys hopefully the levels are okay. Let me know, guys. Kind of super last minute. Me and Strawberry were talking about casting together tonight, and I totally forgot, and then I was getting ready and I was like, oh crap, hey, there's Strawberry, man, you want to hop on?
Yeah, and I was in traffic the whole way home, and I was just sitting there like, oh man, I'm about to be late.
So congratulations. Who was it? Valeris, Chip, and Pyle all qualified for season 2 of the Tooth and Tail League yesterday. Super cool, man. I have my qualifiers tomorrow night, so wish me luck. I'm probably
GLHF.
Yeah. I need to probably get some practice in tomorrow, man. I think it'll be. I think I could be wrong, but I think if you don't qualify, you can like try again in the next qualifier, right? I think so. Valeris beat Chip twice, says Master Self. Damn.
How painful.
Batya in the chat is asking, where are the replays? If you look underneath my channel in the send us your replays section, there's a little guide on how to access your replays, man. You have 8 chances to qualify, says Massive Stealth. Okay, yeah. Well, I'm only gonna need 1 chance, man. I'll qualify tomorrow, so no big deal. Just knock it out, you know.
I was gonna make a joke, but then we would be going in a distinctly mom spaghetti type direction, so.
That's not necessarily bad.
No.
All
right. I am prepared when you are prepared.
Fantastic. Okay, let us hop into match number 1 here. Are you ready, Strawberry?
I'm ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Spawning in the bottom, we've got Kerpa.
Who is apparently keeping it hunted.
And his opponent... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, okay, I'll do these. Over here on the west side, we have Miscellaneous Liquor playing the Quartermaster.
See, I like the two...
Not super familiar with either of these players. What can you tell me about them?
Well, Misclicker streams a lot. He's actually streaming right now. So you know, he's always been a good player. I feel like he's pretty consistent. He's on the ladder basically every day. And Kerpa's been around for quite some time as well. Pretty constant player. So I'm not so sure, man. I feel like these guys are pretty evenly matched. So I think we're in for a pretty good game.
We saw some farms get sold for that Warren drop there.
Oh yeah, I missed that. From Kerpa?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he's going for a 5-farm double here, so putting on some aggression. Hey, speaking of Misclicker, he just hit us with the raid, so I appreciate it, man.
Sick raid, party of 10.
Hell yeah.
Also, I love the name now that I recognize that it's a pun. We do have a Squirrel Warren going down to potentially defend against that early aggression, but we do have 2 Warrens versus 1 in this situation.
And Misclicker with the cheer, man. You are too kind, sir. But it looks like Misclicker did scout this. He didn't see the second Warren, but he saw the farms get sold, and he saw the Warren coming. So yeah, he's prepared for sure. He's got the turret up on the one side, and this is gonna be close.
Is he gonna get the pig? No pig is gotten. So net gain for Misclicker compared to Kerpa.
Yeah, good hold from him there, man. And now we'll just wait for that turret to get full HP and sell that off. Somebody in the chat was asking about the Tooth and Tail League. That is on Best Sakuya NA's channel. If somebody wants to link that in the chat, man, feel free. Yeah, that's ongoing, man. Then the second qualifiers are going to be tomorrow night. I'm not so sure if he's streaming all the qualifiers. If anybody knows, feel free to say. But Kerpa's coming out with some ferrets here shortly, Strawberry, so the siege is going to begin.
Now, one thing we neglected to do, I did not do my map analysis. Look at Kerpa's base. It's lit. There are 3 campfires. just right there within his territory already.
Yeah, that's
It's
awesome.
kind of insane. But he doesn't have an easy expand, whereas Miss Glicker does.
Right.
Miss Glicker actually has what I'd call 2 easy expands.
Yeah, that expand kind of to the left of him on the low ground is a little, like, iffy because the high ground around it, but I think he's fine there. And yeah, you're right, man. Kerpa's got these 3 campfires. Looks like just now he's going to start investing in them. And it makes sense because he went for that early aggression into a follow-up, what looks like he's trying to, put together a ferret push coming out. But I think Miss Liquor is going to be just fine. I mean, he's getting falcons. He's got a pretty good army. He hasn't been super greedy or anything, so I'm not so sure.
Yeah, perhaps unknowingly having a almost precise counter to the ferrets here.
Yeah, ferrets indeed cannot
But we
shoot
do
up.
see these new toads.
Oh, looks like Kerpa's going to back out. I don't blame him, but this ferret might get caught here. That's a pretty big deal. Yeah, ferret's definitely going to go
Mr.
down.
Ferret, no! He's dead. He's dead, Jim.
Start writing that obituary, man. You got to call. Who's going to call Mama Ferret and tell her that her boy ain't coming home, man?
I don't know how the how that system works for the animals.
Liquor's
man,
putting out some aggression, though.
Yeah, these toads are coming around as well.
I like that he's really trying to micro these toads, and he gets some fantastic
2 toads
connections
explode.
there.
3. Oh wow, that last explosion took a lot out.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good micro by Liquor. Like, he was holding on to those toads. He didn't let them just run into the campfires or anything, and got some great shots off on that tier 1 like he needed, but he needs to back out soon. He doesn't want to lose these ferrets. He's got, or falcons rather. He's got a lot of damage on. Being greedy. Ooh, and he's going to pay for it.
Drops. I think he feels like he can close this out now if he keeps the aggression up. And to be honest, he probably can, but now that he's backed out, that opportunity's off the table.
Yeah, I think he'll be
2
fine.
MG nests.
Like, he got a lot of damage done there. He killed, basically 4 farms if you count the campfires. So now Kerpa's economy is lagging behind. I think this follow-up attack from Miss Glicker is probably going to be too much, but let's see if those MGs are going to be enough for Kerpa to stay in the game for now.
The thing is, the MGs have to stay alive past a bunch of toad blasts. So.
Right. Now, toads don't crit structures anymore, I don't think, since the last change. If I'm wrong, somebody call me out in the chat, but I think that was a change that indeed happened. Let's see. I guess we're about to find out.
They still have 6 of them. It doesn't matter whether or not they crit as long as they hit. And even the squirrels are just shredding them along with the A10-like falcons. This is looking kind of like all she wrote here, potentially.
Yeah, that was a good hold from Kerpa, all things considered, but he just doesn't have an economy anymore. That's the big story here. And Miss Glicker just has to rinse and repeat, man. Kind of come in, be aggressive, get a little damage on, come back, take a farm or 2, restore his army and push again.
So if you are Kerpa, what's your route back into this game?
It would probably
all these warrens over here where Miss Glicker isn't exactly looking.
He's gonna try for a base race. That's exactly what he's doing, and I like this play. Kerpa's really far behind, but look at this. Miss Glicker kind of preempting that. He remembered seeing the lizards earlier. Already moves his commander back. Yeah, the base race is a good option here. Maybe trying to be really greedy and behind a lot of turrets, but that was really smart by Liquor, man. He did not fall for the base trade there, and this is gonna be real rough for Kerpa.
Kerpa's still running for it. He's gonna have to take down the gristmill on the bottom, on the left side, and then rebuild on it, or the main base. Either option works, honestly. It's gonna be one of those.
Yeah, it's gonna be close, but I like this from Miss Glicker, man. Telling his units, oh, I thought he was gonna try to take out that campfire, but looks like he's gonna try to come home and try to kill off these lizards. And wow. Bad decision
Job's
there
done.
from Liquor, I suppose. And Kerpa takes him out before those building gristmills. I thought those building gristmills would be able to save him for sure. That was crazy.
So you're kind of cutting in and out on my end. I'm not sure exactly why that is.
Yeah, hang on. I think I can change in Discord the input. Yeah, okay, hang on. That should be way better. Because the input sensitivity was like way too high up, so it would cut me off. You should hear me fine now, right?
Yeah, you sound absolutely fine now.
Okay, cool. Sweet. All right, man. Well, thanks for joining us, guys. Good to see everybody. Good job, Kerpa and Miss Liquor in the chat. So
These boys never disappoint.
That's very true, man. All right, you ready for match number 2, Strawberry?
Count it down.
All right, I'll introduce the first player, you introduce the second player, and we'll be all like fancy and stuff.
Oh, that's swag.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Spawning in the bottom right, we've got Lieutenant Dan Rod.
And over in the left on some double high ground playing Hopper, we have Valeris.
Ooh, he's on the double high ground, but he doesn't have a little pocket spot to throw down a quick tier 3 Warren in the back or something, you know. The best he's got's maybe by that tree and that little bit of an edge, a little bit to like the north of his base, but look at this map for Valeris, Strawberry.
Yeah, this is just shenanigans all over. He's got a campfire to his name, and just what even is this, honestly?
I guess this is the RNG gods trying to give old Lieutenant Danrod a win here against Valeris, and a lot of points, man. Valeris has become one of the better players in TNT lately, and his ELO is normally like over 1,000, so pretty big deal if he loses. Kerpa with the cheer, man. I appreciate it.
Having a look at the unit comp here, Lieutenant Danrod is packing moles. Moles always scary, especially when the other player does not have them.
Yeah, they're real strong in like a squirrel mole attack, and once you get about 3 to 4 squirrel warrens, and you push out and reinforce with like 3 or 4 moles, that's just super hardcore.
Yeah, they're not as queso as they used to be. It used to be that either you had moles or your entire deck was centered around an opening in which you could beat moles.
Right. Yeah, you used to have to go 5-farm Warren opening, like just had to do it. And even a lot of times you still wouldn't be able to defend off a 4-farm mole rush if it was from a really skilled player.
I think Chip is still doing that 50% because he still thinks it's a safe opening and 50% because of traumatic flashbacks he has in his sleep.
Dude,
we saw a brief owl there for a second, and it's going in the back. Oh, shenanigans abound.
Yeah, that's like the only spot I was kind of mentioning earlier. Like, ideally, Valeris would have wanted, the back of his gristmill where those crates and stuff were at if he could have just had one more tile, but that's not a terrible spot. But this is an interesting way to do this, right? Like, he is totally clutching on turrets, and this is that attack I was telling you about, Strawberry.
And the barbed wire.
Yeah, the barbed wire actually might get up in time here, but let's see if Dan Rod has enough.
Yeah, the mole seal of approval is down.
It's going to be hard.
It's a big seal, too.
It's going to be really hard for him to attack into this high ground, and Valeris is not messing around with his defense, man.
Valeris is, yo, dog, I heard you like structures.
And he's actually, if he sells, maybe, he's actually going to be able to afford that owl just fine. And wow, pretty impressive from Valeris, man, managing to sneak out the owl against the squirrel mole rush. But this map was kind of ideal for that. Like, this is great spawn for
the real
Valeris
question is, if you're Lieutenant Danrod and you see all these structures going up as a defensive type thing, do you immediately assume that there's a tier 3 shenaniganry going on?
Oh, absolutely. Really, for this much defense off one base, the only explanations is either A, my opponent's rushing tier 3, or B, he's just bad, right? Like, there's no other reason to do this. So Lieutenant Dan Ron,
if he's got... used to play Terran.
Yeah. Yeah, if he's got some good game sense and he understands those kinds of meta, identifications, he should know what's coming. And that's why he's probably trying to follow this up with a ferret. He does not want to allow Valeris to just sit back and get out tier 3. And Valeris is doing crazy stuff, man. He's getting up to 3 owls with no other units, That's crazy.
Well, the thing is, like, Lieutenant Danron may know that there are tier 3s. Does he know which tier 3? Does he have any idea?
I think he's about to find out. These mice might come out. There he goes. He knows now.
He knows now, but is it too late? I'm going yes.
I would have liked to see Dan Rod be a little more greedy in this situation. Yeah, now starting to throw down a couple farms. But imagine if you really saturated up and built a few turrets to kind of help hold this off. Like, that's the only way Lieutenant Dan Rod's going to win this, right? He's just got to get a better economy. And Valeris already sneaking out on the map to try to take a base. I love it. Oh, is he not gonna do it?
Maybe, maybe not. Now, forgive me for not remembering, but Strawberry Series 2, you were running the tournament alongside me. You were kind of casting one bracket while I was doing another. We had a StarCraft 2 player. I want to say his name was Volts or something like that.
Volts was
and
one.
This guy.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, this guy would take. He would play it like he was playing Zerg in StarCraft 2. Like, he would take 4 and 5 bases when a player who you would say knows how to play the game was only at 1 base, and he would still win with that crazy economy. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, it might have been Volts. I remember Bright Yellow was a pretty big macro player as well. I think he was a Grandmaster in StarCraft, but the cat's out of the bag here for Valeris as Lieutenant Dan Rod has found this sneaky expansion and shuts it down. That's really important for him, man. Like, that's how Lieutenant Dan Rod's going to win this game, through a contain. But these owls are already out.
Lieutenant Dan Rod is also on the wrong side of the map, and he's losing his moles. He does have a lot of air presence, though. These Falcons cannot be hit by the owl.
But they're going to take a lot of damage from these balloons if he's not careful. Oh, wow. I don't think any of no, I think one Falcon died, but mice up here on the infrastructure. That hurts for sure.
He's got to do what he can. And the problem is, once you have 3 owls, there's just so many mice at all times.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Especially with the new owl change. I mean, look at this. He's already got a full new batch of mice, basically. And he's hoping that's going to be enough to defend this, but man, Falcons are a pretty smart choice here for Dan Rod. All he's got to do is take out these structures, and this owl is pretty helpless.
Oh, God, and they're kind of contained, too. They're having to fall back on the hopper.
Oh, yeah.
This might have been the misplay of the year, honestly.
No, Valeris trying to get out of there with his owls.
Valeris has to get out. The thing is, the mice are still doing one very useful thing. They're tanking.
Yeah.
The owls are not taking that much damage from Lieutenant Dan Rod's Falcons just because they're focus firing on all the mice.
Yeah.
Auto attacking, rather.
He was trying to target the owls, but it's real hard when there's all those fast units underneath it, right? So I'm surprised to see those 3 owls making it back home. But Valeris is starving now. He's got to get another base established, and this Air Force from Dan Rod, might not let that happen. Oh, wait, this base is still up. That's really good for Valeris.
He has managed to queue up a farm, but he's got to sell something off in order to get it. He recognizes this. He goes back, sells off the sniper balloon. That farm will start building. He's no longer in starvation mode. 1 owl gone. 2 owls gone.
This game is silly, man. Valeris.
My goodness, I'm actually on the edge of my seat. This is
so funny.
This is concerning for my health.
I just picture Valeris like, I'm gonna build nothing but owls. What could possibly go wrong? And he's like, oh crap, I forgot about Falcons. I mean, he's got squirrels.
This could possibly go wrong.
I would have liked to see him maybe drop one of those defensive structures for his own Falcons, and just go
perhaps
go straight Golden Armada. I don't know. What would it be? I guess either mine or barbed wire, right? Because turrets are pretty clutch in the early game, and
yeah, you need your turrets. You need your sniper balloon, especially your sniper balloon is your best anti-Falcon tool at this point.
Yeah.
So I would have to say it's got to be mines. He doesn't really have any on the ground. It's just what you got to do.
I'm surprised.
This owl is coming around, though, it looks like.
Yeah.
By the way, I no longer hear you. I don't know if you're not saying anything or your mic's busted.
Oh,
Finds a lot of farms building, and these mice are taking things out now.
Can you hear
Could
me?
be actually quite bad for Lieutenant Dan Rod if he's not careful.
Yeah, he loses a lot there. Can you hear me, Strawberry?
Now I can.
Yeah, I was being quiet for a minute, but yeah, I was about to say, like, that was really good harassment from Valeris, and I'm kind of surprised that he was able to stabilize here. Like, he's on 8 farms again, or at least he will be here shortly. He's still only got this 1 owl, though. If Lieutenant Dan Rod can break
Mole
this.
seal of approval going down on this push, and immediately gets killed. Squirrels out to the front, try to take some of the damage. He does not need to lose these Falcons. These are his key to winning this game. Lost a couple, not that bad. He's going to start falling back now.
Yeah, but the real key here is that Dan Rod lost those Falcon Warrens to the mice harassment, man. So rebuilding those Falcons is going to be very expensive, and his economy is not that great at the moment.
Yeah, it's looking kind of rough. I've never seen a game, or this is the first game I've seen in a very long time, go all over the map like this.
Yeah.
Usually a map gets divided in half, or there's just one little pathway you're looking at. No. These guys have moved from the left to the right. Now they're moving to the up and the down. Like, it's looking like a DDR match right now.
It makes sense, man. Valerius had to do something, and it's pretty impressive he was able to get this set up, you know, with just with basically just an owl at that point. I thought for sure Dan Rod
Also,
was
can we just
take it.
marvel at the fact that we've made it to 10 minutes? This is hyper late game at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, you know what?
Let's just carrying on.
Let's go to ×2 for a minute until somebody attacks. So I just started ×2.
You're ×2ing it. I'll ×2. Hang on, faster. Yes, that is the button I wish.
Yeah. All right. So Valerius was trying to take that second base, but after Lieutenant Dan Rod scouted it, he decided, I'll get some units instead. And now Dan Rod's gonna try to move out to stop that, but there's really nothing there. All right, we'll go back to ×1.
Dan Rod's also not building. He's supply blocked. Now finally getting stuff going. Maybe a little bit behind you at this point, but.
I'm at 10:55. Nice counterattack by Valerius. Let's see if he's gonna go for the pigs or he's just letting these things auto attack. So, but man, taking out that Warren again is huge. I really think that's the big story of this game, man, is the fact that those mice have taken out so many tier 2 Warrens from Dan Rod here.
And Dan Rod only on a single farm from what I can see.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Valerius might have just kind of won the money game here, man. He barely got out of there in time and was able to stabilize, and now Dan Rod's got no economy, he's got no army, he doesn't have much infrastructure, and he might try to come in here for one last hurrah, but looks like Valerius is in pretty good shape at this point.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of pigs just go down from Valerius. He's definitely taking the eco lead. He's essentially got all of the eco on the map at this point.
Yeah, that barbed wire really helps him out. Are you still at ×2?
Okay, yeah, I might be. I'm at 13 minutes now.
Oh, yeah, you zoomed way past me, man. I stopped it at, I'm at 12 minutes. Yeah, so right now...
I can see the future!
So Valerius, he's taking a couple farms of that third base, I guess I should say. You know, getting this barbed wire wall established, and... I'm at 12:20. Yeah, it's always difficult to like fast forward with a co-caster, man. But I mean, Valerius is just not attacking because he doesn't have to, right? Like he's like, I'm just gonna keep getting bigger and bigger and make sure that I end this game properly. He's probably not aware that Dan Rod really doesn't have like anything left. You know, he probably thinks there's something back there. So I don't really blame him.
Yeah, I feel that. It's definitely a really frustrating situation to be in, especially when you're still in a game like this after you know you had it almost won and now you don't almost have it won anymore. Few things are more frustrating as a player, and that really affects your ability to make good decisions.
Yeah, that can be really rough in a tournament setting too, man. Like if you really just flub the first game and get in a bad mindset, you know?
Yeah, when your first match especially is 30 and a handshake, you really have to like reconsider when you're going into the loser bracket.
Yeah.
And if you have to do it really quickly, like in the next couple of minutes, you don't have a lot of time to refocus.
Okay, so now I'm at almost 13:30 here, and Valerius is just reinforcing these front gristmills. He's playing it real slow, man. He should come in there and knock him out. But, you know, they made it this far. What's another minute or two, you know?
What's a minute or two among friends?
Yeah, and Dan Rod just taps out. He knows there's no hope, and Valerius is just kind of playing with his food at that point, so GG.
GG too. Definitely a game that went quite differently than I was expecting it to go. That was a little ridiculous.
Yeah, that was nuts, man, for sure. So, all right, well, let's keep cruising. If you guys do have any last-minute submissions, man, I could probably get to them. So submit away to ToothAndTailTV@gmail.com. I think somebody actually just mentioned submitting, so trying to load up my email on my second screen. So yeah, keep them coming, guys. But in the meantime, we'll just hop into the next game here. Match number 3. Are you ready, Strawberry?
1 second, please. I'm suffering from some technical difficulties.
No worries.
Also suffering from random other difficulties. I Didn't know if I put it out there. I did just have my wisdom teeth removed last week, and I'm still hurting. So,
man, I like a month ago, one of my wisdom teeth just started hurting so bad for like 3 days, and I was like, man, I'm gonna have to get it removed, and it went away. So I put that off again. But yeah, that's what people say, man. Like after you get your wisdom teeth taken out, you can knock you on your ass for a week or two.
Well, no, it's not. The first 3 or 4 days are fine because the first 3 or 4 days you have hydrocodone or OxyContin. I'm out of that now.
No more painkillers for you, man.
I got ibuprofen, boys.
All right, are you squared away?
I am squared away. Let's hit it. What is a phone versus baby? Yeah.
Yeah, let's get into it. 3, 2, 1, go.
Now, the real question in this matchup is, like, who's less intelligent at this point? A baby, like a newborn baby, or someone who doesn't know what a phone is as a grown adult?
That's a good point. I have no idea, man. We had a phone battle one time. It was Microphone versus What's-a-Phone, because this guy Microphone started hanging out in the chat too, and everybody's like, there could be only one phone. And they squared off. No. What's-a-Phone won, though, so he's pretty good. Gotta watch out for this guy.
Vote now in the chat. Who is less intelligent? If it's a person who doesn't know what a phone is, press 1, and press 2 if it's a newborn infant. All right, anyways, getting into the actual match. What is a phone spawning up in the north corner, playing as Hopper?
Yeah, we got old baby cornhole here in the bottom right, baby for short. Now, I'm assuming that's referring to the game Cornhole. You ever play that? With like the beanbags?
Yeah. That's like the ultimate drunken, the sports ball is not on the TV yet sport.
I wonder if that's like a southern thing or if people play that all over the United States. That's got to be just a United States thing, right?
Yeah, I think it is. It's some people call it other things like beanbag toss or whatever. It's cornhole. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up playing that at tailgates and at like waiting on concerts to start, that sort of thing.
Yep. Yeah, when I go to the in-laws and drink a couple beers and play some cornhole, it's just fun to say. But anyways, guys, nothing too crazy this game. You know, going up for looked like a 7 farm opening, just kind of getting some aggression out pretty quickly is old baby over here. And meanwhile, What's-a-Phone, more of a traditional stance. I'm interested to see how greedy he's going to be, if he's just going to go up to 3 tier 1, or it looks like that's his plan. Yeah, he's in position, so he should be okay against any early aggression from his opponent.
So according to the chat, it seems as though someone who does not know what a phone is far less intelligent than a newborn infant. However, what is a phone is being silenced by perhaps mods from the KSR abusing their authority.
Yeah, Premium Bow. Only fair mods here, says Premium Bow. Two timeouts going down in the chat. Oh yeah, that's hilarious.
And speaking of, I don't know how to segue that, but we got chameleons in the field. Speaking of timeouts, chameleons. I am measurably less intelligent than both a baby and someone who doesn't know what a phone is. So yeah, that one's on me, guys.
Yeah, the correct answer in that question was strawberry. Everybody's wrong.
Haha, which means I'm actually smarter.
Oh, You did trick 26 people, so there you go. But dude, in the South, now What's-a-Phone took that campfire like a minute ago, I want to say. I don't think that's ever going to get scouted from Baby here. But Baby has his own campfire, and he's already on his second base. But What's-a-Phone looks like he's just gearing up for a really big tier 1 heavy attack with some chameleons on the front to tank. And looks like he's going to start moving out now. I love that. Take that gristmill, expand the territory, get some healing, get some vision, be able to place down a clutch turret or two. But old baby Cornhole here's got a decent amount of lizards, man. He needs to be careful from the counterattack, but there is only that one entrance to What's-a-Phone's main base, so that certainly does help.
Falcons going down again. Once again, Falcons, perfect counter to chameleons. Falcons are just so good against everything, man.
Well, it's kind of interesting.
They're not good against is sniper balloons and foxes. And huge squirrel balls.
Yeah, they're kind of a number-dependent unit. Like, they're not really good against any... It depends, right? Like, 9... I guess you could say that about anything, but, like, if you have enough tier 1, you'll melt those Falcons. But if he's got enough Falcons, forget about it. But here we go. It looks like neither player...
Is it baby Cornhole pushing?
He looks like he thought about it, and I think Hopper died again. But Hopper did manage to take out this campfire earlier that old baby Cornhole took, but... You know, these chameleons in small numbers, like 9 to 12 squirrels and chameleons versus, you know, same amount of squirrels and falcons. Chameleons can actually take that engagement in their early game, but we're kind of getting past that because neither player went for a big push. So we're kind of getting to the middle. We're at almost 4 minutes, 30 seconds here, and this is where those superior falcon numbers is really going to come into play.
This is also where you say, please, baby cornhole, look at your territory. You will notice something interesting.
Right, yeah. If only he could see that, man. I don't think, yeah, he doesn't have vision.
He hasn't been back that way. Let me see, I've toggled visibility. Let me follow Quartermaster.
Yeah, he probably
he
just
has
assumed
not
nothing
scouted that
spawned
portion
there.
of the map. He doesn't know that there's a thing there.
Yeah, that he, What's-a-phone's gonna get away with this campfire scot-free for sure, and he's basically already mined it out almost anyways. Maybe another minute or two left, and we're at the 5-minute mark now, so these second bases are really important, and Baby Cornhole gonna come in.
We do have a fight.
Yeah, with the big engagement here.
Cams are down.
Yeah, What's-a-phone takes that very well. The Chameleons did a great job tanking on the front line, and you know, Baby had to kind of attack into that. You know, his units had to find a tile, which probably allowed What's-a-phone's units to get, you know, a shot or two off, you know, while people are still traveling. Look at this, man. Fox Warren is down in a really weird spot for What's-a-phone, but no, I guess that makes sense.
Whoa, that's... I mean, yeah, if you don't know what a phone is, you clearly don't know where to put your Fox Warren.
Well, if you look at the mini-map, Baby can't get in that way. Like, the only way Baby can get in here is to the left of What's-a-phone's second base, but nice little harassment here with the ferret. You know, he can really prevent a lot of these pigs from being taken if What's-a-phone gives into this.
And he's got that going down. He's pulling the lizards off to the side to maybe do some cheeky lizard play. And it is going to get scouted out, but many of them will make it through. They might be able to do a little bit of damage here.
Yeah.
Take out a squirrel. Now they're on to the Warrens. That might be 1 or 2 Warrens going down here before the army gets back to defend. And then Baby Cornhole can bring in the rest of his army to take out this base.
Wow,
But the Fox is up.
Kind of didn't respect those lizards as much as he should have, man. They got a decent amount of damage done, and a couple of them even trying to sneak back out of here. But yeah, the Fox is here. He's going to add a lot of firepower to What's-a-phone's army. And now he just needs to kind of pivot and get some free shots in.
Yeah, it is 20XX. Fox once again proving that he is the most overpowered unit in Smash Brothers Melee, and still a very good one in Tooth and Tail.
Oh.
Definitely beats the Falcon matchup. You can't have a knee of justice if you do not have knees, and instead have a small machine gun strapped to your chest.
This is very true. The Fox got a ferret though. That's a big deal, and you know, getting more and more harassment down. Now, Baby does have his own Fox, and he does have a lot of lizards. Both units do pretty well against Foxes, so. Ooh,
he's
nice
also packing a boar if he chooses to use it.
Oh man, the Fox went down to 1 HP there. That ferret landed a hit. The lizard came in and almost killed it. That would have been huge.
And we do see the boar. He's using the boar.
Yeah, I think the boar is actually really, really good right now. From what people are saying, I think
it's in a good place with the patches, and I think it really is the right decision in this matchup.
Okay, sorry, I was reading the chat a little bit, but yeah, it looks like What's-a-phone is kind of sealing himself up here with a couple turrets, man, and he's got this base all the way in the back to the like 3 o'clock position, you know, so I think he's sitting pretty fine here. If he can stop Baby from taking this base over in the 9 o'clock, he can just kind of play this out, you know, for the long haul.
Yeah, that definitely is an option. Baby having to move more towards the south and the west. There are still a couple gristmills Baby can take, so when it comes down to it, I favor Baby more if this goes to a starvation type game. But this building over here to the west, this gristmill could potentially be taken by either player.
Yeah, What's-a-phone actually needs to take that, because if he does, then both him and Baby get 4 gristmills. I didn't realize, if you kind of look at the map, man, Baby's got a lot of gristmills over here. He's got pretty easy access to 4, so What's-a-phone for sure needs to secure that 9 o'clock base if this goes long.
Yeah, fortunately for What's-a-phone, Baby never noticed the campfire.
Yeah, that thing's got to be mined out by now, so.
Yeah, but it's still nice and toasty, providing territory.
Indeed. And I love that, man. I tell new players that all the time, man. Like, definitely take some campfires, even if it's a risky one on the other side of the map. If it's like pretty close to your opponent's base, you know, where you think they're gonna scout, probably not a good idea. But just somewhere in a corner like that, I mean, look at this. Baby just never even noticed it. That was such good value for what.
Because in the end, like, oh well, it gets scouted out. You lose it. How much food did you just lose?
Right.
Not a whole lot.
As long as it lived for over a minute, you made money.
Yeah, exactly.
No, wait, I think it takes longer than that. But anyways, I think it takes a minute to build. I could be wrong. I should know those things. I should know that by now. I've only been doing this since September.
I should know that now. I've been playing before campfires were a thing, and I should know that. I'm so old. Back in my day, Archimedes was purple.
Now, What's-A-Phone's been doing a good job, like, keeping Baby back. Like, Baby does not feel comfortable doing a hard engage here. It takes 30 seconds to build. Thank you, Premium Bow. Yeah, so a minute and a half, and you at least get your money back. Okay, so he gets gets another ferret. Yeah, this fox harassment has been fantastic, and Baby really can't force a big hard engage like he needs to with his boar. I mean, I almost wish he kind of had his own fox at this moment, you know?
Well, the thing is, if he takes this extra base, he gets this food. Or even now with the amount of farms he's got down, he should be able to afford a fox quite quickly if he doesn't take too many losses.
Yeah, but these losses keep racking up, man. What's-A-Phone keeps poking in and poking in. He's getting a ton of value out of this fox. I'm really impressed with his fox control here. He's done a great job. Now, he does have a little bit, he's got a nice setup for a fox. He's got some high ground and turrets, you know, pretty close to the front lines he can just easily run back to.
Yeah, it also helps him that Baby is running 0 structures.
Yeah. Let's see it, man. Baby, I guess, yeah, I don't think he's got enough, man. What's-A-Phone's army is pretty damn impressive here. He's got 10 falcons. Like, that's a big deal. And the boar bomb doesn't hurt
honestly, I
anymore.
think at this point, Baby needs the fox. Baby has to get the fox just as a counter falcon measure. And he's doing it. Or is he? Is he? Yes. No, 2 boars. He's hamming it up.
Ooh, another ferret goes down. Man, this fox has been great from What's-A-Phone. He's killed at least like 5 or 6 ferrets, you know? I mean, look at this. Another ferret might go down there. Yeah, there it goes.
So much food loss.
So we're almost 12 minutes in, guys. Now, Baby did secure this 9 o'clock base that is pretty important for What's-A-Phone, but What's-A-Phone's just been generating so much value with this fox all game long. I'm not so sure if he's that worried about it, and if What's-A-Phone really wanted to, he could go over there and take that base back. I don't think Baby could really contest the direct engagement.
The other thing that's going on here with all this harassment that What's-A-Phone is doing, not only is he keeping Baby in a kind of economically poor position, he's also preventing Baby from scouting a whole lot. And what that's done is Baby does not perhaps realize there's 12 falcons on the enemy side of the field.
Yeah, that's what's really scary here, man. What's-A-Phone's got a really big army to back this up. Like, it's not like he's just playing with the fox. And, ooh, couple ferret hits land there, though. Needs to be careful. Backs out. He's got the pigeons to heal it back up, no problem. At
this point, the op has to be out of ammo. Like, come on, man.
Yeah. Every time he goes back to the turret, man, it's just grabbing a couple more rounds.
Okay, I have a project. Whoever mods Tooth and Tail, we need to replace the Fox's sniper shot with the op sound and all the voice lines with the Smash Brothers Melee lines.
Man, I'm just in awe at this fox. Like, I'm a fox player, so this is great. If you hate foxes, you probably hate this replay. But this is too much, man. If you hate
Melee, you're struggling right now.
This is too much, man. Like, What's-A-Phone's just done way, way too much damage to Baby's army at this point. Like, even with Baby's economy, you know, his army is just down to almost nothing at this point.
The second boar is almost out, but the question is it even going to make that much of a difference? Most of What's-A-Phone's army is flying at this point because he saw the first boar.
All right, boar number 2 is indeed here, so I mean, I would think Baby would have to try to move out now. I mean, I guess not. He just doesn't really have a whole lot.
This is the timing. You have to hit it, and he is hitting it. Things are on fire, but flying units are not going to get killed. And that's just going to be Baby Cornhole's problem here. And there's not a lot you can do to come back from this.
All that tier 2 still alive here for What's-A-Phone. Now, Baby did get that kill on the Fox, so at least he got that emotional victory, I suppose.
Yeah. At that point, what you need to do, guys, and he's gonna GG out here. But at that point, once you've made that big push and you had 2 tier 3s and you lost them, is you got to sell immediately. It doesn't even matter if you have the economy to get it back up quickly. You don't have it enough to get it back up that quickly to have reinforcements.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think the big issue there was kind of like you pointed out earlier. I mean, Baby didn't bring any turrets with him, so he didn't have any like hard counter to the Fox, and I would have liked to have seen him.
I still think if you could go back and replay the game up until the point where the choice was made to build the second boar, had he built a Fox there instead, I think the game might have turned out differently. I think he could have pulled it out.
I think he needed to build a Fox even earlier than that. I think when he, you know, his initial strategy was kind of get up the boar and go for a big swing, right? And then he kind of realized, oh, What's the Phone had too much there. I can't do it. I think that's when he needed to sell the boar and tech switch over to the Fox. And then he could have got into a Fox versus Fox war. And at the very minimum, you know, prevented the harassment from happening to him. So that's one thing about Tooth and Tail, man. Those clutch tech switches, you know.
All right. Well, I've got to step to the side for a minute, so I'm going to let you take the next couple of games on your own. I've got to handle some things on my end. I'm in a decent bit of pain, so
I'll
be back momentarily.
Hey, you know, yeah, just come back if you feel like it. If not, no big deal. So yeah, just chime in, man, if you want to get back into it.
All right, we'll be back shortly. Thank you for allowing me to cast with you on Tooth and Tail TV.
Dude, it's always.
If you're not following, follow. Give this man bits.
All right, guys. This next game, I think Andy Schatz. No, okay. So Premium Bo told me this was a test that he was helping Andy do for PS4 and PC crossplay. I know everybody's been waiting for that for a long time, so kind of exciting that is actually here and it's starting to happen. Really cool. So I believe Andy is bellified in this game coming up. Oh, I did almost forget. I submitted my subscriber emoticon. It is pending Twitch approval. So if you are a subscriber to the channel, there's a pretty cool emoticon coming up that you will be able to use. Glorious AFB made it for me, so big shout out for him, man. He's a really good artist. You know, a lot of the Tooth and Tail custom artwork and skins and stuff have all been created by Glorious AFB. There's some other guys in there that come to mind. Logian used to be really into it. Awkward Fish Guy made a couple. Awkward Fish Guy actually made the pig farmer hat that I have. So. Alright guys, let's hop into game number 4 here, free-for-all. Okay, it says it's desynced, but it should be good. It said premium. Okay, so spawning in the bottom, we've got Pyle. And his opponent to the left, the developer of the game, Andy Schatz. And to the top right, we've got Premium Bo. Alright, so this is a free-for-all match here. So who knows what's going to happen, but the main goal of this was Andy was testing PS4 and PC crossplay, so that is indeed what we're seeing here. And I'm assuming Premium Bo and Pyle are on PC and Andy was on PS4 if I had to guess. I could be wrong though. So let's see how these guys decide to do it. Andy being pretty greedy to start things off. Premium Bo going for a 5-farm Warren, no big deal. Like to see if he takes a second Warren or if he's gonna go up to 8 farms from here. And Pyle going 8 farms as well. Now, actually, it looks like Andy shifted gears here and went for a Warren. And yeah, sure enough, man, Premium Bo going for the 5-farm double. So let's see if it pans out for him. I wonder who he's gonna attack. Now, it's rough, man, because whoever he doesn't attack is going to kind of be in the lead, right? Because Premium Bo is losing units, and whoever he's attacking is taking damage, and the other guy's just kind of sitting there chilling. Now, yeah, Pyle even switched up a little bit. I mean, you can't be super, super greedy in multiplayer games, you know, beyond 2 players. You know, you kind of really got to do the 5-farm Warren, 6-farm Warren, stuff like that. Premium Bo deciding to come down here and hit Pyle. Andy just checking things out, realizes what's going on, and says, that's cool with me, and backs out for now. And I don't think he really got anything done there. Maybe a squirrel goes down, but Premium Bo suffering some losses, and Andy counter-attacking Premium Bo while he's not home. that building farm is gonna go down. That's a big win there for Andy. Backs out, losing a lizard, and I think that's it. So Premium Bo in a rough spot, man. His attack didn't go so well, and then Andy kind of backstabbed him while he was out in the match, harassing Pyle. So overall, Pyle or Andy are probably in the lead. I think they're in relatively the same spot. Andy was deciding what he wanted to do next. Decides to go for a gristmill. Now, if he doesn't get punished for this quick expand, then he'll definitely be in the lead. But Pyle's a very aggressive player. His chameleons are on the way, so I don't think he's just going to sit around and let Andy expand up for free. The chat. All right, let's see where these guys are going to take it. Pyle's going real heavy in Tier 2. Let's fast forward just a little bit here while everybody's kind of hanging out. Andy looks like, I think he realized that Pyle's commander was leaving and comes in here to try to get some damage done. Takes out a pig, loses his lizards in the process, though, so not really cost-effective there, but killing a pig is a pretty big deal, especially because we're kind of at the point where Pyle would really have to think about, like, is it worth, even rebuilding that, because it's already kind of mined out. But yeah, Andy so far actually has managed to get the second base up, which is a pretty big deal. If his economy is just allowed to skyrocket, he should be in great shape this match, but Pyle knows what's going on, and it's going to try to come in here and get something done now. These chameleons aren't really helping out in this engagement for Pyle, unfortunately, though, since he's kind of stuck on the low ground, but now they're getting in here tanking for these lizards trying to run around to the side. And nice harassment here from Pyle, actually in range to hit this gristmill. That's going to be real rough for Andy. He's got to deflect this attack. At first he thought he could just get away with, all right, I'll just build a few farms here, but indeed in range of this gristmill, so I think Pyle will eventually be able to take this down. Let's see if Premium Bo wants to intervene. Now, Premium Bo, I think, took his own expansion. Yeah, hasn't saturated it up yet. Actually going for a quick wolf. And getting some chameleons, too, so. Alright, Pyle backs out for now. Adds a little bit more Tier 2 to his army. Probably going to grab that expansion. Why not? We're almost at the 4-minute, 30-second mark here, so getting to the point where you kind of have to expand or die. And Premium Bo's wolf should be starting soon. No, it already did start, so I'm wondering if maybe he's going to attack when that moves out. Pyle's commander goes down, but without his army, so no big deal. I mean, that's interesting. Is he going to use the wolf to buff his economy or use the wolf to just go for a straight attack when it's available? Looks like he was going to try to sneak those chameleons over there to harass that base, but thinks better of it. Just comes home, saturates more stuff up, and let's see what Andy goes for, man. He's got a lot of food here. Yeah, trying to get some Tier 3 out and just kind of build a little bit of this and that, and going to try to... He did manage to beat Pyle back, so establishing that second base is great for Andy. His second base is definitely in the lead, while Premium Bo and Pyle's are kind of around the same time here. We'll fast forward a little bit more. It's real rough, man, because it's in free-for-alls. It can almost be like you in any game, really, in any RTS, I should say. It's like, do you want to attack and kill somebody, or do you want to win, right? Like, you don't have a whole lot of incentive to attack, because if Pyle attacked Premium Bo and they both traded, then Andy would be ahead, So it's more like little pokes and prods here, and not, super hard engagements. You got to be pretty confident, man, to go for a straight-up hard engagement in this kind of play. Or just be reckless and be like, I'm going to have fun and knock someone out. That's normally what I do. Alright, Pyle looks like he's moving out, but these balloons just got up in time. Not quite in range, though. Wow, that must be like right on the edge. Yeah, that one's starting to fire a little bit onto this army. Pyle's doing a hard commitment here, though. And Premium Bo does not know about this. He's just kind of at home doing his thing, man. Saturating up more, throwing down another warren or two, gets a skunk out, and nice defense from Andy there. But Pyle did take out a few farms, and, some of Andy's army here. The wolf is out for Andy. And Pyle doesn't have a tier 3 in his deck, and now Premium Bow and Andy are both on Wolf, you know, so kind of tier 3 here. It's going to give them a lot more power to their overall composition, man. And, ooh, I like this. Premium Bow just buffing these chameleons up. Gonna have these steroid chameleons maybe come in here and try to take out that base the minute Andy steps away, perhaps. Yeah, I think he's kind of sniffing out whose base is a little more exposed, and he might send these chameleons in. I would love to see that, man. Premium Bow's been pretty vigilant here, you know, really keeping tabs on the map and which expansions have been taken and what his opponents are up to. Andy just keeps this harassment coming. Pyle doesn't have any quick units to really punish this ferret. And Andy's got this nice balloon he can just kind of come back to and kind of rinse and repeat. Yeah, here comes the steroid chameleon attack, but Andy's army's right there, so Premium Bow's gonna have to back out for now. And oh no, a couple snakes going down here for Pyle. I mean, overall, this map is actually not too terrible. I mean, Premium Bow looks like he's got the best position for sure, and then Andy and then Pyle. But Pyle could get the his third base in the 3 o'clock position. Pyle gonna come in and try to test the waters against Premium Bow. Backs out for now. Premium's map is as good as it gets for the 3-player free-for-all, says Chad. Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%, man. You really couldn't ask for more than 3 bases up here on the high ground, with basically 1 entrance. He has this other entrance, but he barbed wired it off, and he doesn't seem too concerned about it. I wouldn't be either. You know, no one's really running lizards. Andy's got a couple, but he doesn't have a ton in his composition. We're at the 9-minute mark, guys. All right, here we go. Premium Bow coming in from the one side. Pyle just trying to sneak up and do a little bit of harassment with these snakes here, but those steroided up lizards didn't quite get the snakes that time, and Andy's kind of fighting on both fronts as Pyle and Premium Bow we're attacking consecutively, but yeah, Pyle just decides, I'm gonna back out for now, let those guys beat each other down, and I'll come in here and break through this barbed wire, you know, my chameleons, and do some counter pressure. Now Premium Bow's gonna try to answer that, but you know, a lot of his army is gone at this moment. Traded with Andy, and Pyle's still got a formidable force in the map. That was a nice little pullback from Pyle, you know, kind of baiting this engagement. And then once Andy and Premium Bow start fighting, he just gets out of there, wraps around, gets some pretty good damage done there to Premium Bow. Now Premium Bow's economy is struggling here. Let's see, I think he wants to sneak the space over the side, but he just doesn't have the money to even take a gristmill at this point. He needs to sell something off maybe, yeah. Ooh, selling off quite a few things here. What is he gonna do? Uh-oh. He doesn't have moles, but he has 1,800 food and a wolf. Huh. Meanwhile, Pyle coming in and putting the hurt down on Andy. Andy's third base going down. The wolf almost escapes, but dies of the poison of the snakes. And Premium Bow sitting over here with a fortune and a base. I mean, what is he gonna spend all this money on? Like, he didn't have to sell all of his stuff. I am really, really curious. But I think Pyle's kind of got Andy in the chokehold here, and he's gonna have to tap out. Andy tries to sell his stuff off, but he's really got nowhere to go, man, and he's starving. But what is Premium Bow gonna do? Build some lizards, sure. Oh, I think Premium Bow just wants to finance as many lizards as he possibly can and try to catch Pyle out here on the map and come around and win with a counterattack. Now, very smart by Pyle going ahead and taking that gristmill there to prevent that from happening. Andy's going to try to make his way over to that base in the 3 o'clock, hoping nobody has it, but kind of decides, or actually he doesn't even know about it, but decides to back away for now. Gets out. Oh, yeah, he's probably maybe getting too close to starving. Yeah, using the wolf to speed up the production rate of these lizards. And here we go. Premium Bow's got enough lizards. He's going to move in. Pyle's got to know something's up, man. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot there in Premium Bow's main base for him to destroy it. Now he's coming around here with the flank attack by the lizards. And Pyle's army would not be able to make it back in time. Now, did Pyle scout the 3 o'clock? No, neither him nor Andy did. They must know Premium Bow is somewhere, and the one dark area on the map is probably where he is, right? Premium Bow probably a little bit upset that he did not just knock Pile out of the game there. And this is not a good idea, man. He cannot direct engage this. This Lizard's absolutely getting shredded upon, but Premium Bo's still just sitting on a lot of money here. Like, he didn't spend all his money earlier, right? Like, he's just, you know, made as many lizards as he could fit, essentially, on the tile. And I wouldn't mind seeing him coming in here and cleaning up Pile's base more, you know, taking out those turrets and stuff. And now Andy got knocked back to starving again. He had a lot of balloons, but it looks like Pile's army made short work of those. Yeah, now Pile knows what's up for sure. And Pile's got another base up top, so he's really not super vulnerable to the lizards just coming in, killing a gristmill and ending the game. Andy was hoping to maybe set up shop over here, but Premium Bo beat him to the punch. But here we go. Premium Bo's going to come in and just kind of clean things up over here. Go ahead and take that gristmill so he doesn't just get knocked out of the base trade. And let's see. Pile's going to come back to try to defend this, or maybe probably not going to get back in time to defend it, but he will catch, you know, part of, or some or all of Premium Bo's army here. He probably will get this kill on the wolf. Gets that kill on the gristmill. That's nice. Yeah, the wolf's got to be dead. Pile already coming over here to try to cut the army off, but Premium Bo can get out of here with the lizards. Makes it out. Now he's got to knock these gristmills out before Pile's army can kill all these lizards. Andy is knocked out of the game, starved out. Premium Bo gets one of the gristmills, but he's only got, well, he's got a good amount of lizards here, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. It's going to be close. Pile's army's right there. Oh, man. So close, but Pile stays in the game. He is starving. He's got no structures left. And Premium Bo did get this gristmill to the bottom, so Pile's going to come in and take this base out, but he's going to have to start building it immediately. Premium Bo could have maybe taken a shorter way there, but it might not matter. Oh, Pile doesn't have enough money. He's only got 56 food, so he cannot build another gristmill. And after 14 minutes, this is a really cool free-for-all, man. Premium Bo takes the match. That was nuts, man. That was cool. Okay. Good game, guys. Oh man, I just need a second. Woo. Okay. Let's hop into the next match, guys. We got game number 5 here. Let's get into it. Spawning in the bottom, we've got Misclicker and his opponent to the left, Ultra Fresh. Now, Ultra Fresh is the guy we saw in the game with like 23 fox deaths, right? Who was he against? It was Ultra Fresh versus somebody I recognize. I remember. Somebody said it in the chat. I'd remember it instantly, like recognize the name, you know. I can't quite remember. That was such a crazy game, dude. If you did not catch my last show, Vlad Lad says the chat. Thank you, Premium Bo. Yeah, man. If you didn't catch my last show, definitely check out the VOD and just fast forward to Vlad Lad versus Ultra Fresh, and just watch that game, man. I'm telling you, it'll be worth your time. You don't have to watch the whole thing, man. Just watch Ultra Fresh versus Vlad Lad. I think it was like match 3 or 4 or something like that. It was pretty early on. It was insane, man. Like 24 fox deaths in a single game. But a little bit of shenanigans here. Ultra Fresh coming in with a Mole Rush and a Proxy Gristmill off 5 farms. Now, Misclicker did scout this out and got some turrets up to defend this. And great defense here from Misclicker. Actually just barely having enough to hold that off with the 2 turrets and the squirrels rallying in. And now he feels safe enough to get up to farm 7 and 8. And now he's in a fantastic spot, man. He can wait till that turret heals up, sell that off, and get his build going. And yeah, I think Misclicker is definitely ahead. You know, all 8 of his farms are about to be up, and Ultra Fresh You know, it still hasn't placed down farm number 8 and doesn't have any warrants here. Yeah, Ultra Fresh is not feeling so fresh at the moment after that attack and decides he might need a turret to hang on against the counter attack of Misslicker if he happens to move in. And delays his build a bit more here. And let's see. Now, the map, I mean, it's better for Misslicker in the long run, but it's not terrible for either player in the early game. You know, both players have access to a quick expansion. Ultra Fresh has a couple extra campfires on his side of the map, might help him out with his arty cannons. And we'll see the Badger versus the Fox matchup coming up shortly. And you know, I think the word on the street is that the change where the Badger can no longer hit the opponent's commander, and that was actually a really big deal to the Badger. You know, now it's much more likely to not, you know, to lose its rev up status, which is a lot of its DPS. So. Yeah, I know, man. I hate when that happens. I was talking too much about that 24 Fox Death game. I totally missed the beginning of that rush, but this Looker coming in, he just moves completely around those turrets there, and he's going to be aggressive. He knows he's in a good spot, you know, off the opening of this game. I like this a lot out of Misslicker. You know, oftentimes players don't have that, you know, what we call like killer instinct, you know, where you know you're ahead and you come in and get some damage done. But unfortunately, Misslicker losing a few extra squirrels there than he had to. His commander went down, and that turret on the high ground there was actually just kind of picking off, you know, squirrels one by one as they were trying to reinforce. But Misslicker got a lot of damage done with that attack. He took out at least one Warren, maybe two, and I think he got a couple farms as well. So that's a really big deal. And I like this from Misslicker, man, not messing around, just adds that second base up. Not getting super crazy on it, but you know, pushing his lead, getting more ahead. And he's got a lot of squirrels. I don't see any reason why he wouldn't just move out again and keep the pressure on. He doesn't have to wait for these Falcons here. Falcons will just be good for attack number 3 if it comes to that. Yeah, it can target down this turret no problem when it's by itself. And unfortunately for Ultra Fresh, man, his commander was out of position a little bit, but gets back now. Misslicker just comes back home after taking that turret, and Ultra Fresh doing Hydra style turrets, man. You're gonna kill one, I'll build 2. Nice little sneaky base here from Ultra Fresh. We'll see if it pays off for him. Yeah, I wonder how much the 2 turrets there are gonna scare Misslicker. Now, since he does have the Falcons in his composition here, it's gonna grant him that high ground vision, and it's gonna make those turrets a bit easier to deal with. Has he seen this? If he was paying really close attention, he could have noticed his territory changing, but I would not expect him to. Like, that's crazy. But it's just one of those things you might just happen to be noticing, you know, if you just kind of catches your eye as the color moves. That could be real bad for Ultra Fresh. But here we go, Misslicker gonna push in again on an angle where most of those turrets are not very effective here. And now, as long as Misslicker just keeps getting the damage done here, keeps these Falcons alive, he's in great shape. I mean, even if he loses the Falcons here, I think he's just gotten too much damage done to Ultra Fresh. You know, and his economy is just too good. He doesn't even have to trade favorably anymore. He's just got to trade. He's just got to keep pressure on Ultra Fresh. And look at this, man. Ultra Fresh going up to a ton of turrets here. I'm going to try to stabilize off those. This is kind of cool by Misslicker, though. He's just kind of slowly building up complexity to his army. Like, he moved out with just squirrels at first, right? And then squirrels and falcons. And then, okay, squirrels and falcons and an additional falcon warning. Misslicker with the bits, man. I appreciate it. Ooh, this Drumfire Cannon should definitely be in range of the pigs, man. It's not going to be critical, but it's going to feel good from Ultra Fresh here. This is just so annoying. Like, Misslicker really probably can't even break up there. What? It actually is not in range? Oh, okay. Now, maybe it just had to do with how the pigs were moving? Not so sure. Nice little pickup on the campfire over there. Yeah, I mean, didn't it just hit this one? I wonder why it's not firing at that one. Ooh, getting some spread down on these squirrels as they're trying to come in. The Falcons, though, getting up top. But that 3 turrets are really getting a lot of damage done. Misslicker target down the Drumfire Cannon, loses his commander there, but does pierce the cannon. And again, you know, Misslicker doesn't necessarily have to be cost effective. He can Zach Brannigan it, man. Just throw stuff at Ultra Fresh at this point. and he should be okay. That was a really good break of that defense, man. And keeping a couple of these Falcons alive is really big. Yeah, that's going to be enough for Ultra Fresh, man. It's going to tap out, and Liquor takes the game. Oh, I just didn't have vision. That's right. That's right. Yeah. Unit help. Yeah, it's got 8 range and 4 vision. I think Ferret's kind of similar. Yeah, 8 range, 5 vision. Yep, okay. Okay, guys, let's hop. Oh! Woo! Scared me.
I'm alive. I'm not dead.
How are your teeth?
I'm functional. Well, the places where they used to be kind of hurt, but I'm fine. All right, so which going for number 6? Yeah.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. Sorry. All right. Game number 6. Are you ready, Strawberry? Good to have you back. How's your teeth?
I am super ready. The spot where they used to be kind of hurts.
The spot where they used to be, I should say. All right, man. Match number 6. Let's get into it. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Spawning in the right.
All right.
We've got Valeris.
And over on the left, playing quartermaster, there is Doggo.
Valeris had that same build as that last crazy game, man.
Oh man, we're about to see some owls again. Looking at the map here, it's a little more even though. There's some double high ground to expand for him to potentially take. There's 3 farms on one side, 5 on the other. Okay, yeah. What I said about that being even is dumb and stupid, and I lied. This is kind of ridiculous, Doggo. You got a nice base.
So this isn't the end of the world for Valeris, though, because three gristmills should be enough to kind of finance that big heavy owl army, you know. And he's got this nice little 1 entrance choke where he can, you know, really set up a lot of balloons and defensive structures. But, you know, if the game goes too long, Doggo will eventually out macro his opponent. So I'm really interested to see how this is going to go down. I think Valeris is going to have a very strong mid game, but he's got to seal the deal, man. He can't let it drag out too long.
Yeah, so we're seeing both players go up to 8 farms. Nothing new, nothing special, just heavy eco.
Yeah, kind of waiting to see what they decide to throw down first. This is actually pretty interesting that nobody's taken a Warren yet. Are they both going to rush straight to tier 3?
If they do, if they do, rip Valeris, but
yeah, I guess
I don't think that's the case.
No, all right. So Doggo just wanted to stay out on the map, scout a little bit longer. I don't mind that play at all. Like, you don't have to hit the early Warrens exactly on time unless your opponent's rushing, because, you know, they're all starting production now. It would have made a big difference anyway. So Doggo just wanted to stay out a little longer. But I'm fairly positive Valeris is going to drop a tier 3 here shortly with how much defense he's building.
Yeah, question. So, if you're Doggo, you've seen a single turret and you've seen a sniper balloon. Is that enough to tip you off?
Yeah, he's got to know Valeris is up to no good. 100%. Yeah.
Okay, now he knows. Now he knows.
I love this response from Doggo, though. He's gonna match Valeris's greed with his own greed, but Doggo doesn't have to invest in the defense. So he's actually going to be able to get a better economy. I love this kind of stuff. I think this is the right move to make in this situation. You don't want to play into Valeris's hand and try to come in here and pierce this defense and lose everything in a very cost-ineffective trade. Instead, just get more ahead of your opponent.
Yeah, that is definitely the mark of someone who knows what they're doing as a player. Because you're not just playing tooth and tail, you're playing strategy.
Right.
Like, you can micro all you want, you can learn the mechanics, but eventually you just have to say, okay, I know the mechanics, so does my opponent. What is he doing? What does that mean he's thinking?
Yeah. Yeah, this supply is a really any RTS. I mean, you see this kind of thing happen in StarCraft all the time. Like, if you're a Zerg versus a Terran, why can't Terran just turtle up on 1 or 2 bases forever? Because Zerg's like, well, okay, I'll just expand and be more greedy.
Let me take 5.
Yeah, exactly. So Doggo is doing just that, man. He's on base number 4 here, and he's setting up a couple balloons because balloons are a great answer for tier 3, and Doggo assumes Valeris is going for some sort of tier 3, but Doggo doesn't have a whole lot of units that shoot up here, man. Just the badgers and squirrels outside of the balloons. So Valeris's, 4, 5, 6 owls might actually be real difficult for Doggo to deal with. But this balloon contain, man. Dude, I love this game already, Strawberry.
Yeah, we're seeing some like serious DMZ right here in the middle. The battle lines have definitely been drawn.
Yeah,
literally in green and red.
Now I'm starting to get worried for Valeris. That is a lot of balloons, man, and Valeris really doesn't have much to deal with that. Like, how is he gonna break out of this?
Well, the way I see it, he has to go around to the right. I don't know if Doggo's fully aware of how that high ground is operating right now.
Yeah, you can try to squeeze in there, but
yeah, he can definitely sneeze in there. Oh no, the commander died! Oh my goodness, this is so bad. Oh my god.
That owl should for sure drop. Yeah, there it goes.
Oh man, what a disaster. That is not fun for Valeris. And if you're Doggo, this is when you push. And here comes the push. There's so many balloons. It looks like a little kid's birthday party with all the balloons.
Dude, so
except
many
these balloons have ops. So it is clearly a party on DDoS 2. Now Doggo pushing up, and despite the high ground, he's got so much air support from these sniper balloons that he just wipes everything out. Valeris selling off a lot of stuff, going up to almost 400 food. What is the play here? What is the shenaniganry?
Ooh, that's a lot of money. Just trying to get his own balloons up, man. Now, in that engagement, those ferrets actually killed 2 of Valeris's building balloons, so another 240 food down. Nice sell-off there on a couple of those building balloons, but loses another one, man. That's 3 building balloons that have gone down for Valeris.
You will not have a birthday party while I am having a birthday party.
Dude, red versus green, man. How can they ever get along? They're 2 separate colors. It's just never gonna work. That's
just like... On one hand, you have the green, which represents money, and on the other hand, you have the red, which represents communism. It's not gonna happen.
It doesn't represent communism. It represents love and strawberries.
No, it's the Communist Party because of the balloons. They're having a party.
It may be a little bit of blood and communism on the side, but just focus on the love and strawberries. Man, that is too many balloons this game, Strawberry. I'm starting to get triggered here. Like, this is ridiculous.
But now Valeris is such a hyper eco game. 23 farms for Doggo, and no tier 3s. What is this? What are you doing, my guy? You're about to be up against 6 owls, which even then I don't think they're gonna break through. But they can try.
Dude, neither player can kill each other here. I think Doggo just wins this, right? Like, Valeris is eventually going to farm out. I mean, he's got 3 starvation farms there, but there's no way Valeris is ever going to break out of here. You need a wolf, you need a lot of tier 1, maybe some buffed up falcons. I mean, there are ways you can deal with this, but Valeris just doesn't have them here.
But there's always a choke. You can always choke. You can always throw super hard. It's just a birthday party, dude. It's a birthday party with balloons and ops. It's perhaps the most Russian thing ever.
18 balloons here for Doggo. That's insane. It's too many balloons. All right, let's fast forward this a little bit, man. Let's go to ×2 here. I'm on ×2. I'm at 745. So.
All right, I am now ×2ing.
So Valeris just needs to figure out a way to break out of here and get some economic damage done, because eventually Doggo will win this game just from having more gristmills available to him.
Well, the only thing I think Valeris can do is just up the owl count to the point where there's so many mice, they're going to make it past 23 balloons. Now Doggo's got the 2 badgers going up. But here comes a small little push, a lot of mice die, nothing gets accomplished.
Yeah, just backing out for now. He really needs more tier 1 here. Yeah, he's starting to transition to that. But coming in, I think we might... I went down to ×1 here. I'm at 9 minutes into this game. Yeah, tries to come in, loses some owls, loses a lot of mice, but not a whole lot getting done. And Ferret goes down there, but that's about it. So ×2 again, man. I'm at 9 minutes and 15 seconds at the moment. And 25 balloons here for Doggo.
Good lord, so much partying. That's like 5 teams of CT. It's ridiculous.
All right, I am at 9:45. These 2 badgers for Doggo are done. He's got a couple more on the way. Yeah, now Doggo's just gonna chill and try to build up to this critical mass of badgers where they can start breaking through the balloons of Valeris, but he really doesn't even have to do anything, man. He could just sit back and win eventually, as long as he doesn't mess up.
Yeah, but now they're spun up. He's doing a decent amount of damage, but yeah, we'll stop for now.
All right, I'm at 10:30. I went back to ×1. 19 balloons remaining for Doggo. All right, I'm gonna well, hang on. Let's see if Valera's gonna, nope. 7 owls though, man, that is a thing, but we're getting up to badger number 5 here. So I'm at 10:50, I'm gonna hit ×2 again. Owl's just gonna come in here and poke, not a whole lot's gonna happen. Actually, does the badger die? No, they do not. Couple units going down for Doggo though. I think a ferret dropped there. I'm at 11:20, still on ×2.
Well, the thing is now, if you look at it, Doggo does have a gap in where his balloons are.
That is a lot of mice.
There's so many mice, and they're all getting shot to pieces.
Valeris has done a good job not losing
The strat is sort of
his
working.
owls.
He is calling the balloon amount, but is still not enough.
Yeah, but this is where it's going to start hurting, man. Valeris does not have an economy anymore. Granted, if he's careful with his micro, doesn't lose these owls, he doesn't necessarily need an economy.
Yeah. Doggo is the one currently in starvation mode.
Yeah, but he's got another gristmill available to him. He's just got to sell some stuff off. There he goes.
He needs to get back and do it, yeah.
Okay, Valeris just trying to poke around the sides, get in where he can with these owls, but actually great job there. Use the mice to kind of come in and tank those initial shots from balloons and squirrels to clean them up. All right, I'm going to stop fast forwarding. I'm at 13:10. And the badgers, with some good micro there, don't take too many hits from those mice, and now he's gonna try to push through here.
All right, they're getting spun up, having to back off into the safety of the balloons. Doing a lot of damage to these mice. Not really taking a lot of damage themselves, but unfortunately, once the mice run out, so does their spin.
What happened to Valeris' balloons? Did he lose them, or did he just sell them off?
I have no idea. I would have to go back in the footage and find out.
I want to say he sold them off to afford the squirrels, but I could be wrong. But Doggo really needs to take advantage of this other base. Yeah, it starts to saturate there. I mean, I would go pretty hard on it. Well, I guess you don't want to take all of them and keep a starvation farm or two. Valeris coming in again. Still can't quite. Oh, barely gets that one badger. Oh, these other batters might start dropping. Let's see. Nope. They stay alive for now.
Yeah, this is the stalemateest of stalemates.
Now Valeris.
But Doggo has more in the back pocket.
Yeah. A couple balloons here are going to make it a lot harder for Doggo to attack back up, but... Yeah, I mean, it's kind of interesting. Like, Doggo could have a better economy at the moment, but he's just kind of slow playing it.
Well, he wants to make sure he's not going to put himself in a situation where he gets farmed out.
Yeah. Okay.
Some mice do break through and do a little damage to the base. Not a significant amount, but enough to be super annoying. And a little bit concerning, honestly.
Okay, Premium Bo said Valeris did sell him off, so appreciate it, man.
Thanks for watching this better than I am.
We're almost at 15 minutes, guys. And Doggo's
this is quite a long game.
Doggo's down to only 8 balloons. Pretty crazy from 25, man. And now this might be too many mice. Another badger drops, and Doggo really can't afford to be replacing these badgers. And the badgers are basically most of his army here.
Yep, they are getting healed up a lot with all these pigeons. But now Valeris is in starvation mode, does not have the bonus farm up. Badger's having to drop back. Yeah. Mice are breaking through, they're doing damage, but Doggo's deciding to push in. He's down to 1 badger, he's got to keep it alive. This actually could be a bit of a disaster. Does lose a base. That base doesn't really matter all that much. Pigs are shooting at the mice. But now Valeris perhaps smelling a little bit of blood in the water.
Yeah, Valeris really living
No
on
longer
the
in
edge,
starvation
man.
mode.
Yeah, he was waiting until as long as he could, man, to get out of that starvation. But here we go. This might just be too much here. The mice coming in, and Doggo trying to micro this badger. And yeah, it's gonna drop. 16 minutes into the game.
Again, I said no game is unchokeable.
Yeah, that's true, man. I'm really impressed Valeris managed to get out of here. That was really pretty slick. You know, mainly how he did it was, you know, using those mice to come in and tank all the balloon hits and the squirrels following up and taking them out. Because, you know, balloons are really weak to tier 1. It's just, got to be able, when there's that many of them, you got to figure out a way to get those tier 1 in there.
And he did just that. That is going to be game.
Crazy, man. I thought for sure Doggo was going to win. Good job, Valeris. Okay.
Is it a toothache if the tooth is no longer there?
What would you call that? I have no idea. Now, I think Lieutenant Dan Rod sent me in a game versus Valeris. I wonder if that's the same one we already saw. And maybe Valeris submitted it. Let me see.
Yeah, give it a double check real quick.
Yeah, I guess the easiest way to do that is to look at the size. Oh, it's different size, so I guess it's a different game. 1.6 megabytes versus 1.3, so there you go. Alright, so I think what we'll do is we'll go into one of these Z-Ghost versus Red Dinosaur games, and then we'll hop into that match I got in the email, and probably call it a show after that.
Alright, give me 1 second, I'll be right back.
Okay. So thanks for tuning in, guys. We're gonna get into a couple more here. And I did submit my subscriber emoticon. Thanks for Glorious AFB for helping me out with that. Hopefully we'll get that in here in a couple days or whatever. Tooth and Tail League is going on Best Sakuya NA's channel. Season 2 qualifiers happened yesterday, the first one. You can still sign up for it, man, if you're not in. I'm pretty sure you can still sign up for the qualifiers that are upcoming. I'm in the one tomorrow night, man.
All right, I've returned.
All right. Which one do you want to do, man? 7, 8, or 9?
I'm feeling lucky number 7 because I feel like this is probably a best of 3 series, so number 7 will be game 1.
No, they were derping around and just playing random decks, but I think they let each other take like Squirrel at the minimum or something like that.
Well, just let me know when you're ready.
So it's kind of like random light, but okay, yeah. Let's get into game number 7 here. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, spawning to the bottom left, we've got the Red Dinosaur.
All right, and spawning over on the right-hand side, playing Bellified, we have Z-Ghost. So what do you think of this map? We got a lot of campfires for Z-Ghost and no easy expands. We got several easy expands for the Red Dinosaur, but high ground is kind of weird.
Yeah, I like this for sure better for Red Dino, but Z-Ghost could make a really aggressive one base push off of this, right? Like take those campfires kind of early on and move out with a lot of Lizard, Falcon, Snake perhaps. But look at this, man, Z-Ghost.
He does have the units to abuse this high ground that's by Red Dinosaur's base effectively.
Z-Ghost takes a proxy mill here, but he's only got the artillery cannon. These were random decks, but I think they let each other take Lizard, I believe. I think that was the given. Now Z-Ghost unfortunately doesn't have turrets to back this up, so I think Red Dino's just gonna clean this gristmill up, man. I think he was hoping he would have like 180 food in time. Oh, he might be thinking about building one. Let's see it. He burrowed. Oh man.
It's up. It's building.
It's not. There's no way. No way, Jose. Gonna sell it off.
I sell.
Yeah, now he's pretty behind though, man, because that food that he was saving up for that arty cannon, you know, Red Dino was investing in farms and warrens and that sort of thing, so needs to be careful here not to just get ran over. That's why you see him kind of panic and build just a ton of tier 1.
That is a lot of tier 1. I worry that's so many Warrens that they're gonna supply block themselves.
Yeah, maybe he like overbuilt the Warrens so a couple could tank, and then he would still have production. I'm not so sure. He doesn't get the sell-off on these, so Red Dino's getting a good amount of damage here. Like, yeah, Zigos...
It's almost free. Like, he's only lost 1 lizard thus far.
Yeah, that's a good point, man. He lost 2 total. Gets out of there with 2 other ones, low HP. Great moves there from Red Dino, and now Zigos is definitely in a deficit here. Because he lost the 2 Warrens, and then he lost the Gristmill, so that's 180 food. And plus,
that's
still...
like enough for another, what's the word?
The RD cannon?
Howitzer cannon thingy.
But I think the real story here is that Zigos is still on 5 farms, man. And Red Dino's on 8. Like, that's an enormous difference. As you can see by the income graphs here.
Especially this early on.
Yeah. Like, the earlier in the game, the more and more the food matters. So Zigos lost 180 food, which sometimes isn't the end of the world, but he lost it in the first couple minutes, and that could be really, really rough. So we see Red Dino. He's got Toads now, too. He's going to come in here and try to seal the deal. And let's see if Zigos has enough to hold off. Doesn't look like it, man. He knows the crippling damage has been done and taps out. That was actually so short. I think we can do one more Red Dino Zigos game. And then we'll do this.
All right. Should we move on to number 2, aka number 8?
Yeah, we'll do that. And we'll go from there. So, are you ready?
Do it.
3, 2, 1, go. Okay, I believe still with random decks here. Spawning in the bottom right, we've got Zigos.
And in the very top, we have Red Dinosaur. So this map's a little more even, a little more actually bonkers.
This map is
actually,
insane.
No, yeah, what is this? Ah!
We're in the middle of a forest here, man. There's so many trees.
There's trees and there's, again, gristmills all on one side. Red Dinosaur is like, yep, okay, I got a campfire. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate all the nice work you've done, but no. So he's got mines. He is mining. And Z-Ghost just kind of farming up for now.
HC Emperor says that he sent me a replay. I do not see it, unless you Discorded it to me. Sorry, man. Keep talking, Strawberry, while I'm doing behind-the-scenes stuff.
All right, I will continue talking, but you did not say it had to be related to the game, so I'm just going to talk about what... I feel like Burger King fries, while in some respects are inferior to McDonald's fries due to their general lack of salt, they are less floppy and greasy. Therefore, I prefer Burger King fries to McDonald's fries. Back on the top of the game, we are seeing our first Warren go down. Zigos finally dropping some squirrels. Red Dinosaur actually seems to be selling off his mines and throwing down lizard warrens in return.
First off, how dare you? McDonald's fries are way better than Burger King fries.
Okay, but we can agree at least Wendy's are better than both.
No,
right?
Wendy's are the worst. Are you kidding me?
What? What?
The best fries are probably Arby's.
Arby's are good, yeah.
Have you ever had Five Guys?
Oh, yeah, dude, I love Five Guys. The thing with Five Guys, though, is like, you're like, yes, let me get a small fry. And they're like, okay. And then they hand you a trash bag full of fries.
Basically. You don't have any... They're not messing around there, man. You don't have any dignity. They're not going to screw... You're at Five Guys burgers and fries, man. They're going to give you a heart attack on a bun, and it's going to be delicious.
Yeah, the always I went into Five Guys one time, and there were like 7 guys working in there, and then this one guy came in, and it looked like he was there for a job interview, and then the manager came out the back, so that's 9 guys, and then the guy got the job, so that's 10 guys. I'm like, dudes, you could have 2 restaurants right now. What the hell are you doing?
Yeah, it clearly only takes 5 people to operate each building, but, you know, getting back to this game a little bit, Zigos got his second base up, and you got the barbed wire there. He's got a skunk on the high ground, so he's got a nice spot, but Red Dino's going to try to push in here with some toads. Let's see if he can make it happen.
No, barbed wire coming in clutch is the real savior there.
Yeah, that 60 food investment was rock solid there for Zigos. Going to back him out for now. But you know, this map is real rough for Red Dino here. You know, Zigos has got 3 base, and Red Dino has got really nothing. He's got that campfire. He's going to have to make his way over to the 9 o'clock and take that expansion. As you can see, Hopper on the move right now, probably just for that reason.
Yep. Now, I do definitely agree with his decision right now to go for the snakes. When you're going to have to essentially use those like a discount fox in this regard, try to create value where you don't have like actual economic value. But Z-Ghost is like, oh, yes, barbed wire, more of that, please. Let me just create a wall.
I love this play out of Red Dino, too, taking that 6 o'clock base as well. You got to keep in mind these are I think they're pseudo-random decks where they random, but then they allowed themselves take a tier 1, I believe.
Yeah.
But
now, one thing I do notice, Z-Ghost has not blocked off this route entirely. I don't think he can actually do that. There might be a couple more tiles where he could potentially build a barbed wire, but other than that, like, there still is a tiny route there. Granted, you're going to take a ton of damage going through. He does have a wolf on the way as well.
Yeah, and if you look closely on the mini-map, man, south of Z-Ghost's main base, there is a little access point where some lizards from the Red Dinosaur could run in there. I'm not sure if Red Dino was even aware of that, though. No, he should be. He scouted the map very diligently. Jeez. Try number 3. Diligently. That's what I was trying to say. Dude, I swear I'm dyslexic, man. It's been coming out more and more lately.
Red Dino right now with the no fur deck. He is,
That is true. Well, Boar's a pair.
Okay, now he's just started building it.
Fair enough.
Do have, they got hair. I don't know if that does or does not count as fur, but either way, it's going to be on fire, so it probably goes away.
I guess it depends on the type of boar, right? Like if it's just like mainly skin, a little bit of hair, or...
Okay, this is what I was talking about with those snakes. See how much havoc they just wreaked by that little peak, and then they're going to get away scot-free.
Yeah, if he chases too far, he's going to hit those mines and gets that gristmill down to half HP. If he gets a few more stacks of poison
He's throwing down tank mines just to tank. He's going to go in, take out a skunk for, again, essentially free.
Yeah, great control there from Red Dino. He really needs to target fire down those tier 2 units with those snakes. The snakes are great.
Look at the supply float from both players.
Hey, man.
2 boars, why not?
Yeah, he needed to spend his money. I think he was just kind of floating money there, you know, because he's on the front lines harassing with the snakes so much. But the wolf is out, and it's going to push Red Dino back for now. But this minefield is definitely still a thing here.
It's wolfing. It is most definitely wolfing. It's just yelling a lot. I like to imagine he's not yelling anything relevant at all.
He's just arguing about McDonald's and Burger King fries.
Exactly. Like, these people put French fries in their Frosties. Are you content to let them live? They also eat pineapple on pizza. They put ketchup on their macaroni and cheese.
Dude, why is everybody so divisive about pineapples on pizza, man? But here we go, Z-Ghost coming in with some skunks. And Red Dino doesn't want to engage it.
Things are on fire.
The boar's out.
Things are very on fire. It's on fire, yo. And the boar's taking now it's finally starting to take some damage, heading to the front lines, potentially thinking about the boar bomb. But he's still alive, 9 HP. He can make his way back. 3 HP, Boar is going to live. He is on life support, but he is living.
I cannot believe he got that boar out of there, man. No pigeons to heal it up quickly, but it will still heal up over time. And Red Dino's economy, actually Z-Ghost's economy is pretty through the roof at the moment, but Red Dino has the opportunity to get his going as well with those 2 extra bases he's got in 6 o'clock and 9 o'clock. He's going to burrow away, probably plant down a couple more farms. Yep, there he goes.
All right, potential push coming out from Z-Ghost.
He lost his wolf there, though. That's a pretty big deal.
That is a very big deal.
So we're coming up on 7 minutes, 30 seconds into this game. You know, the random decks are kind of working out here. Like, nothing super, super crazy. But this map is just absolutely insane. But it really comes down to this main choke point here.
Yeah, another fun way to play that I'd like to try sometime is with the rule that you must have at least 1 tier 1, 1 tier 2, 3, and 1 structure. Both players taking turns drafting each other's army.
Like drafting your opponent's army? That's awesome. That would be interesting. That's a good idea.
All right, so we do have another massive engage going out. Mines are building. Boar on the back line, 20 HP. He is roasting things alive. Going down to 10. Now he finally pops. There is the boar bomb, but it looks like Z-Ghost is not going to be that much worse for wear.
Yeah, he holds on, and he's still got his wolf.
Right into the mines.
It wasn't as bad as it could have been.
The wolf is still alive. Wolf has not stepped on a mine. And Red Dinosaur trying to fight back with insufficient amounts of units. He needs to fall back, sell some stuff, and start recovering his army quickly. Sells off the boar warren. That enables the rest of his army to start rebuilding. Wolf kind of slow moving on the front lines here. And bit by bit, Red Dinosaur's army trickling in. He is getting about half of his toad shots off, but that skunk gas is proving to be a little too much. Cam's on the front lines as well. They're taking down the warrens. Insufficient reinforcements for Red Dinosaur. He's having to fall back onto his warrens. Everything's just shooting where it spawns and dying where it spawns. Not looking like a good time for Red Dinosaur, admittedly. It's not fun. It's really not. It's not happy.
That wolf finally died, but the damage has been done here, man. Z-Ghost coming in, knocking out the rest of the main base. Yeah, Red Dino's still mining elsewhere, but he's got no army left. He's got no structures left is a big issue here, so. The
big crucial thing is he does have a base that was so well hidden, it's hidden even from me. Problem is there's not a lot of good places to build warrens with that base.
Yeah.
It's times like this you really wish you had moles.
Yeah, definitely. Just try to dump your money into moles and counter push, but let's see how the Red Dino's gonna react. Let's see where he goes, 6 o'clock or 9 o'clock, and Z-Ghost is getting his scout on, man. He's actually gonna find this 6 o'clock base.
He finds it. And this, in my opinion, is the more important base, but yeah. Actually, no, having a second look at it, perhaps the other one is more important. The problem is now, this one was still crucial for Red Dino and is now about to be dead. So Red Dino actually building his army back up north, going all in on the lizards, which are not as bad against skunks as squirrels would be, but still not great. Having to sell things off to get the appropriate ratio of stuff starting to build. And Z-Ghost's going to start pulling his army in this direction. Will Red Dinosaur have enough of an army in time to mount a meaningful counterattack? I don't know.
Yeah, Red Dino is really looking for that counterattack here, and the jig's kind of up, man. Z-Ghost is on top of these warrens. And Red Dino is really banking Z-Ghost will go to the 9 o'clock, you know, and try to knock him out, and he can run around, do the counterattack. But Z-Ghost ain't falling for it, man. Takes the match. Well, I guess we got to do the third.
Impressive. Very well played.
I guess we should do game number 9.
Yeah, kinda.
I think so. I think that makes the most sense. So, all right, man.
We got to.
Yeah, it's 1-1, right? So, it's got to settle this. Who wins the pseudo-random 2 out of 3?
All right, ready when you are.
All right, man. Let's get into it. 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeet.
Okay, spawning to the right, we've got Z-Ghost.
And over on the left, up on the double high ground, it is the Red Dinosaur. And once again, one person has no easy natural expansions. He does have a consolation prize of a little bit of double high ground and campfire. But this is perhaps the worst double high ground you could ask for. There's nowhere to build, and it just, like, there's still attackable from multiple routes. Gonna be hard to defend. Yeah. Especially with his lack of MG nest, his only structure is going to be a drumfire cannon.
Yeah, besides the arty cannon, though, I mean, most of these units here are pretty decent for both players. And
yeah, he does actually have what's pretty close to the old Tavo Lobo deck. Back in the day, there was a brief period of time where the absolute best thing you could do was Fox and Drumfire. You could set up some ridiculous contains and just kind of... It was absolutely oppressive play. Yeah. It was very impressive oppression.
Impressive impression indeed. And these guys going up to 8 farm economies. Now, either player could rush. I think the one thing Red Dino's got going for him here is he can rush a Fox pretty quickly. Nestle it back against the wall on his double high ground there. But we'll see what these guys decide to do. I mean, it looks like they're going to start off pretty normal. Z-Ghost going with the quick turret, though. That might be a sign of going for a bit of greed here coming up.
Perhaps so.
Maybe he's just a little scared of shenanigans coming out of Red Dino. Let's see. Let's see if he sells the turret or not. Oh, wow. Yeah, he's going to go. Oh, I think he thought about going for the tier 3, man. He's sitting there letting his money float up to like 160 for a second.
Yeah, I think he might be a tiny little bit ahead of me.
I'm at 145, 146.
Okay, no, we're right on the money.
So
maybe you can just see into the future. That might be it.
Nothing crazy yet. Red Dino going for more heavy tier 1 opening. Zigos going for the skunk, and this army from Red Dino might be difficult for Zigos to handle here. This turret's gonna fall almost immediately, and skunks really don't do all that great against lizards. But oh wow, the turret stays up. That's actually a pretty big deal.
Yeah, it definitely is. At this point, I'm really not sure who's gonna be favored in this game. Almost kind of even-ish, maybe? Not certain.
Yeah, so far nothing really critical has happened yet. It's going to depend on this control, but this is a rough spot for Red Dino to try to brush into. Fantastic hold by Zigos there, and I think Zigos is starting to look like getting into better and better shape here. Ooh, Red Dino is floating a lot of money. Oh, goes for the arty. I keep getting excited, man. I think we're going to see a fox, and I'm wrong.
Nope, you are in fact definitely wrong. Lizards having to defend this arty, though. It may or may not actually make it up.
Let's see.
It looks like the arty will survive.
Yeah, losing these skunks is a pretty big deal. One stays alive for now, but needs to get out of there with it. Yeah, 5 HP. It looks like he's going to be able... Oh, he can't fit through there. That sucks, but he should be okay. Now, Red Dino did invest a lot into that artillery cannon, so his army's not looking super impressive. Grabs that campfire, though, and now Zigos is taking a second base, so... I mean, I guess Red Dino can expand down to, like, the 8 o'clock, you know, but that's basically it.
Yeah, one thing that Campfire is going to do is expand his territory, perhaps give him a nice little corner to hide a fox warren in, should he so choose.
Very
but
true.
Also with the drum fire on the front lines, now hiding it just in the back of the base is also viable.
Zigos' commander died pretty early on in that engagement, though, and the rest of his army falls. That is absolutely heartbreaking for Zigos, man. I always hate when that happens. Like, he could have pulled out of there and not lost as much as he did. But big victory there for Red Dino. Really helps get him back into this game.
Yeah, that's one of the many rule number ones of Tooth and Tail, is do not let the commander die during a fight.
Yeah.
The most viewed clip, I believe, on... Actually, I don't know if it's the most viewed because you got to count Total Biscuit and guys like that. Day 9 as well, I think. But at least of the Tooth and Tail crowd, the most viewed clip I think we have was from one of the Strawberry series, is when Blowdeer lost literally his entire, 1,000 food army to his commander dying, and they just walk into barbed wire and die.
Oh my god, that is brutal. Red Dino got that 8 o'clock base, and he's got the Fox Warren on the way, so it's starting to look like he's in better shape, man. That commander dying for Zigos was absolutely devastating for him, and exactly what Red Dino needed to get back in this game. And
right. Z-Ghost is becoming aware of this drum fire that's just gone down, and it gets sold off. The army's already on its way here. Very curious, very confused.
yeah, backs out for now. He's just going to let Red Dino take that base, but Red Dino hasn't built any campfires on it yet, or campfires, well, any farms on it yet. The Fox is underway, though. It's going to be out in about 20-25 seconds here, so...
Yeah, it'll definitely be coming online before Z-Ghost Fox will.
Yeah, I think Z-Ghost just put his down pretty recently. Yeah, it's got about another minute on it, so... let's see, Z-Ghost going to push out and try to deny Red Dino's base. Red Dino's army's not here. This could work.
And that would be a lot of food down the drain. Yep, he's going to find it. He's catching Red Dino slipping, but Red Dino, the correct move would be to counterattack, go base for base. Maybe hit Warrens, maybe hit farms. I would go for Warrens in this case, honestly. And that appears to be what he's doing, taking out the T2 Warren, and then hopefully going to take out this entire gristmill. He is going to be able to get it before Z-Ghost returns, thanks to the water. Fox is out now as well, and is going to start taking pot shots. But the Fox is in the wrong spot. Need to micro him back. You don't want to lose that.
Oh, I thought it was going
has
down
been
for a
slowed
second.
down.
Gets out of there, though. Living on the edge,
Just
man.
barely.
Z-Ghost didn't take, like, super critical damage there, though. His main mining base is still up and operational, and his Fox should be out pretty shortly, so if he could just kind of hang on, he might still be in this game. He's going to definitely take some hits from the Fox in the meantime, though, of his opponent. But this
Oh,
Fox,
that Fox!
1 HP. Oh my God.
But the Fox is doing the crucial work of taking out the tier 2s. Living on the tiniest little sliver of HP.
But Red Dino doesn't know about the Fox from his opponent, so if Zegos comes out, you know, and trades a Fox hit for a Fox hit, man. Ooh, actually, the
Wow,
first
his
hit goes
Fox
for
is
Red
actually
Dino.
super low as well, though.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous.
Nice shot there by Red Dino, really evening things up. Neither player with pigeons, so this is pretty high stakes here.
This is one hit winner take all as far as the Fox hits are concerned.
Ooh.
Oh, and there's the hit!
Dude, that's all it takes, man. Now Zegos is in a phenomenal spot. Let's see how these Toads get connections, though. He needs to keep his
I don't
own
know,
Fox
Red
alive.
Dino's actually chasing him out with the nerf to Swift, and they're Fox for Fox. They're both dead.
Yeah, man.
Melee is fun again.
I think people really underestimate Lizard against Fox, man. I've been saying it forever. Like, Lizards have always been a great answer to Fox. They move just as fast, and every time that the Fox kind of has to, you know, jiggle its course a little bit and bob and weave around territory, the Lizard, you know, gains an inch and comes in there and throws a spear, right? And all that damage adds up. And Lizards definitely for sure will chase down a Fox over time and take it out.
Yeah. However, we are currently 0 farms to 6.
Yeah.
It's kind of a rough position for Red Dinosaur. He's still got the tiniest little bit of meat left on that campfire, which is the reason he's not currently in starvation. Gonna have to take another base, which he does.
Yeah, the big story of this game, man, was when Zegos was able to get in there and knock out that second base. And Red Dino's counterattack was good. He got a lot of damage done, but he didn't take out the critical second base of his opponent. But this is looking pretty good here for Red Dino. He's got a lot of stuff right here, right now, even though he doesn't have an economy.
If forcing out the cell, this might actually be it. Red Dino is starving, but he's in a dominant position, and the GG gets called.
Damn, I thought for sure Zegos was going to have it from there. All right, man, I think I'm going to call the stream since we ended up doing those few replays and got to about 2 hours anyways. So I think this is a good place to stop, man. I appreciate you hopping on here with me, dude. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's been fun. I've not gotten the opportunity to cast Tooth and Tail in a couple weeks now, so really enjoyed it.
Right on. You're welcome anytime, man. Whenever you got the spare time on a Tuesday or Thursday night, man, feel free to join me.
Can't wait. Hopefully next time my face won't hurt.
All right, man. I think I think that's gonna be it. So I'm gonna call it, guys. I think Best Sakuya NA is gonna stream the qualifiers tomorrow. I could be wrong. I think that's gonna happen though. Either way, I'm gonna play in those qualifiers. So wish me luck, guys, and I will see y'all next Tuesday. Take care, everybody.